Hey there guys and gals, welcome to Deep Night Detective. I've been wanting to play a lot more indie games and kind of like free-to-play, like cool-looking games, and I came across Deep Night Detective, and I thought I'd show it to y'all. Father Martin Hillgrove and I still get letters usually around the same time of the year. They stopped being intelligible or coherent at some point in the late aughts, before they became a thick stew of expletives. Wow. I need to brush up on my language. Before they became a thick stew of expletives and promises, they were angry confessions, funny enough. February 1997, Father Hillgrove walked into my office, sweating through his clerical collar, putting a cassette tape on my desk, and not saying a word for 5 whole minutes. I shouldn't be doing this. The tape was a recording of Hank Boyd in a confessional. This is the last time, Father. The very last time. Boyd continued in shaky mutters. I'll stop. I'm done with it. I've just got to do this one last girl. Giggity. Not a member of Hillgrove's congregation, but Martin was understandably concerned for her nonetheless. He should have gone directly to the cops. I could only get it to the right people and through the right channels so quickly. I wasn't able to keep Hillgrove a secret, and we didn't make it in time to save her. Nobody came out of that one happy. I refused the money. Hillgrove was excommunicated, and Boyd regrets, apparently, very loudly, ever having trusted anyone in his whole life. Fade to black. A rare, quiet day. Something about the summer heat makes people suspicious, I guess, because spooky private investigations pulls in great business this time of year. A cheating husband job came up totally dry, and the wife is suspicious enough to pay for another week's investigation. It would take a pretty big idiot to turn down an easy job, and an even bigger idiot to waste his time on it. So I sent Calloway to tail the guy. It's pretty far below his pay grade, too. But oh well. I sent him not because I don't have the time, but exactly because I do. He needs something to do, and I need to enjoy a summer's day for once. Besides, I'm sure it's only a matter of time before the phone starts ringing again. That or the other thing happens. I'm hoping it's the phone this time. The ever-looming idea that such a rude interruption could be right around the corner makes me want to get as much sunlight as I possibly can. I'm going for a walk. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out the controls real quick. How do I jump? How does one jump? That's the jump? My minibar. I hardly touch it. I keep my flask in my desk. This is for show. For high-class clientele, even though they never actually show up at my office. So, WASD is kind of like a controller. Like an old-style controller? I want to say. There was the instructions on the beginning that I was not keeping track of. My desk, a bank lamp, and an admittedly old-fashioned telephone. No computer. Why bother? I do most of my work from my phone. Susie's the computer person around here. Lamp? A lamp you can't do anything with? But that... Okay, so... That's A. That's B. I can punch. I keep records of all my cases. I have been a detective a little longer than most. These aren't even all my files. I have some in storage. Oh, I already did the minibar. Okay, let's get out of here. Hey, Susie. How's tricks? Slow day for once. No calls. How are you today, Mr. Spooky? You know what? I'm kind of relishing a quiet day. Is that so? Yes, in fact, it is. I think I'm going to go out for a walk. Would you like me to bring you back some lunch? I'm a little strapped right now. I shouldn't be spending the money. It's my treat. Oh! Pick me up a I know this it's not pronounced gyro, it's gyro, right? And a small Coke then. Will do. I'll be back in just a bit. Thanks, Mr. Spooky. I wanna say gyro every time it pops up, like you see a word and it just like goes through your head. You're like, I know I'm not supposed to say it like this and I want to say it like this, but it's pronounced like this. You know, you have to go through that thought process. Dentist office. So close to investigation office? That's weird. The walls are pretty good at keeping out the drill sounds. The screaming, not so much. A therapist office. Question mark? Or some guy with a PhD? I don't know. What's the difference? Advanced Services Technical Solutions. I think it's a call center. Bathroom. Why is the bathroom so far away? I mean, it's in the middle of all these doors. That makes sense. Some company that works with computers. I asked Susie about them. She doesn't know them. I go to her for computer stuff. I don't understand it at all. Another therapist. Great guy. Helps me out a lot after I died. I should check in on it. Check in with him. Uh-oh. No, not again. Damn it. Okay. Did you get teleported? Well, this is a pisser. Nice. Haven't heard that used. Being summoned against my will. Let's at least hope it's a paying client this time. Right? Who likes being summoned against their will and not paid? Hello? Oh, why did I spawn? What the? Okay, I just spawned off screen. It's great. What's this all about? So if you guys and gals haven't noticed yet, I'm a ghost. I'm a crime-solving ghost. Hey. Hey. Well, I assume you were just summoned as usual. If you're going back, I am. Hang up your coat on the astral coat rack. You can retrieve them on the other side. Swell, thanks. How do I jump again? Oh yeah. It's quiet. Seems to be some kind of dusty shack, like an old backyard shed, but bigger. And without gardening supplies. Ah! Mr. Spooky, is it? A raspy voice calls out from behind me. A butler, it appears. It must be the one who summoned me. I take one last contemplative, silent look around to make sure I'm not in any danger before I give the guy the time of day. The same. How can I help you? My name is Edward Mannheim. I'm a servant of the Winterfield Manor and of the owners, June and July Abernathy. I'm afraid we're in need of private assistance. He says in a practiced, well-enunciated growl. His voice is charred and gravelly, but well-spoken and easy to understand, like an expensive organ with rusty pipes. Do you have a phone? I need to call my secretary. But of course, the phone is in the main house. We can discuss the details of your potential employment inside. I like that. Potential employment. It means that I'm allowed to decline and that they plan to pay me. Good. It also means he's not one of these kids who thinks that the high price of my summoning in the old book refers to their soul or something. Like they could pay me in the magic money that comes from inside you. That's awesome. I'm already here, might as well hear them out. Lead the way, Mannheim. Right, this way, sir. I just run away. Why aren't you walking? Wait 1 second. Oh, wait 1 second, Edward, before we go inside. I stop him from walking any further. He tells me that Mannheim is fine, in lieu of Edward. ... What's the general gist of what's going on here? I want it from you first, before I hear it from anyone else. Mannheim's face doesn't change. The butlers are never that expressive. Makes sense. We believe, Mr. Spooky, that the house may be haunted. Lots of houses are haunted, Mannheim. Most of them, in fact. Only house I know that's not haunted is mine, which is arguable seeing as I live there. The police have traced several disappearances to Winterfield Manor. We would very much appreciate if you would investigate the manor before the police made a mess of things. July Abernathy believes the cause to be spectral in nature. How do I want to respond? I have a journal, too. I don't know how to access it or anything like that. But apparently I do. Let's see here. That's his first guess, huh? I'm gonna go with that one. I feel like that'd be a pretty convenient explanation, right? Why is that what he jumps to? The Abernathy family has always had an interest in the supernatural. I believe you may have assisted the late Augustine Abernathy in 1984. I may have. Mr. Abernathy is curious to see if you could deny or confirm his suspicions regarding the strange nature of the household. I respond perhaps somewhat short in my approach. Good question. What if he's wrong? What if it's not ghosts making people disappear? What if he's making people disappear? What if he's murdering people and burning them alive? I cannot begin to speak on his behalf on the subject. Mr. Spooky. Oh, wait, no. He's talking. I forget the whole... I thought it was like a self-dialogue. I cannot begin to speak on his behalf on the subject, Mr. Spooky. If he deigns to return soon, you may speak to him about it then. Here's the self-dialogue. This seems to be Mannheim's last word on the situation before he leaves and turns back towards the house. Are there ghosts here? Yes, obviously. I can feel them from out here. But are these same ghosts the answers to the Abernathy's problems? Let's hope so. For their sake. Okay, gotta remember that's jump, that's punch. Okay, so if I ever get in a situation... So apparently this is supposed to be like really Metrovania. Like Metroid style. Deep Night Detective. That's the name of the game. Book 1. Sympathy for the Devil. So this is going to be an episodic series. This is pretty cool. Ooh, music just hit in. I don't think we've had music up until this point. In the title screen. Are you sure you can't tell me anything else regarding the case? I've given you all the relevant information I have, Mr. Spooky. How about some irrelevant information? With respect, Mr. Spooky, you are a member of the private sector. I should hope you not insist I infringe upon my employer's privacy. Fine. So what you're giving me is essentially, the police told you people have disappeared here. That's not a lot to go on. You're also free to investigate the home, within reasonable limitations. If you believe that's not enough to justify your time, I'll make do. Thanks anyway, man. I pray that you... I pray that you not take it too personally. No sweat. We're simpatico. I'll take a look around. Okay, so is there like... Oh, look at that. There we go. Case notes. Oh, nice. So we got settings. Okay, okay. Controls. Alright, cool. What's this? Oh, that's just talking to him, huh? Yeah, right this way, sir. Oh. Hello. Pardon me. I say to the woman blocking the entrance to the southwest wing. Hello there, Detective Valerie Bordeaux. Bordeaux? Is it Bordeaux? Bordeaux. 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 Valerie Bordeaux. I am afraid now might not be the best moment. If you don't mind me saying, could you come back another time? Why is that? Is it being fumigated or something? Yes, it's being, well, no, I mean, no, it's not being fumigated, but you can't go in right now. June is, unwell right now. The direct approach rarely works on a wilting, violent, like this one. Violet? A wilting violet. Okay, like this one. Unless you were willing to scare them off and upset the fragile ecosystem of a suspicious house. Valerie Bordeaux, you said. May I ask as to what your relationship to the owners is? I'm a friend of June's, Abernathy. This is what I get for drinking soda. Mid-recording. We've been close for some time now. My apologies, Valerie. I didn't realize that the Abernathys had company this evening. I'll try to be discreet. No, it's no problem at all, Detective. May I ask that you come by to continue your investigation later? I will return later, then. That's the reaction I'm wondering about. She's ashamed of her relation to June Abernathy, but is open about her closeness with her. This means she's likely a live-in house guest? Fascinating. Thank you for your time again, Miss Bordeaux. ... Mannheim didn't say anything about a sick wife. Oh, that's the door I came out of. Hey there, puppy. Hey, Pooch. Oh, how you doing, buddy? What's this? I can't do anything there. Can I just, like, scooch past her? She can still see me. Oh, they can't see me. I better make myself visible again before attempting to speak to anyone. They can't. What? She's turning as I pass. What? That doesn't make sense. Can I bet the dog invisible? He can't see me. Oh. Contrary to popular belief, dogs cannot see ghosts. This door doesn't go anywhere. Go bother the developer about it. I have a case to get back. That's great. This looks like doors, but okay. Excuse me? How did you get over here? Hey there, Mannheim. Mr. Spooky, I'm afraid that I cannot let you into the northwest wing. He interrupts me as I attempt to scoot past him. Mr. Abernathy has restricted access by anybody but immediate family and the police. You don't say. I'm afraid that I do. I think I catch him twitching his eyebrow as he says this, illustrating an uncharacteristic amount of expressionlessness on his part. You did say something about restricted access. Fine. If this turns out to be too great an obstacle for my investigation, I'll need to charge you for time spent. Understood, Detective. This door doesn't go anywhere. Go bother to develop... Oh my god. Doors that don't go anywhere. I need to jump and glide. Jump and glide. There you go. Jump and glide. Who the frick is this? I approach a butler who seems to be guarding a wing of the manor. His eyes are narrowed and intense. I find myself immediately put off. Detective Spooky. I start off in a harsh, unyielding tone. I recognize his stare. I've been around this block a few times, and I'm not letting him make a single assumption about my work here. I've been hired by your employer to investigate the manor. Salazar, he says in his icy stare, not shifting. I'm certain he's impressed with my poise, but doesn't want to appear over-eager. Last name? Pereyar? 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 Pereyar. I'm going to need you to step aside, Mr. Pereyar. I'm afraid my employers have not given me the word to allow you access. Given me word to allow you passage, detective. I don't know where I came up with some of those words. We have other locations that are, of course, open for investigation. Imply that you explore them. I'm going to require unprohibited access to the manor to complete my investigation. I say a little more relaxed, now that I know that the act isn't going to work on him. It's almost a relief. It's going to be quite impossible, detective. He spits the words at me like he's offended I'd ask, and then stands steadfast in front of the door. Damn, till I can speak to the owner. What the butler says goes. Otherwise, owners find out I've been mistreating the staff and barging into the restricted areas. Then I get fired, and I'm just wasting my time here. And this case is actually kind of interesting. So you're taking the chance that the murder weapon's not behind you then? Not really worried about obstruction of justice, huh? You've already determined it's murder, have you, detective? Should have known better than to use an unqualified hypothetical in front of a pedit. I'm getting old. I haven't determined. Really, it could be anything, Mr. Pereyar. When you have made a determination, I assure you that I will be more than willing to assist in your investigation. He gets off on this, I can tell. Wow. Giving you time to personally prepare to be cooperative with my criminal investigation sounds like something a professional would do, to be sure. I'll be back later, then. He scoffs under his breath at this. His passant reaction gave me a stronger sense of Schadenfreude than my therapist would be happy with. I wonder if this guy ever gets a migraine pushing his brow down like that all day. God, I just tried to do it. This door doesn't go anywhere. Go bother. Okay, so the only way to go is that one wing. Oh my god, I'm trying to jump over here. It's locked. Like a lot of the doors around here. Except, it smells like a graveyard, like freshly mowed grass. Like asphalt and rubbing alcohol. Like death somehow. Alright then. This seems like the only way I need to go. So we'll test it out. Ooh. I say now. I say here, young man. This here must be one of the, how you say it? One of the proprietors of this here fine establishment, I do say. I picked up my Coke and just, like, had my pinky out. Like, I do say here, so. Okay, look, I know how tough it is to hold a smile for a whole painting, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't try. Do politicians ever try not to look like politicians? Or do they just start looking like that when you sign up? Oh shit, what is that? Do I punch it? Okay, I punch it. This is where the combat comes in. That hurt. Whoa, what the? This really just pushes you right into the combat. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Oh my god. Okay, that heals me. Oh, he shoots down. I only thought he shoots diagonal. Jesus Christ. They really just throw you into things, huh? What is this? Save room? Checkpoint. Okay. I'm gonna need that. I'm not gonna be able to get to that guy, huh? Nose itch. What are you? You seem like a happy-go-lucky. Oh! What the heck is that? I don't know what it was, but I just punched it to death. I think it deserved it. I feel like it did deserve it. Oh. I was trying to figure out why these are different, like, colored planks. What is shooting at something over there? Ow! That's what that thing is. That's a peacock. I feel like that room to the left might be boss status. I don't know. Maybe? I'm guessing. Oh, I forgot enemies respawn. I shouldn't have gone in that room. Oh, come on. Ow. Why are you gonna be so mean? Why are you gonna be so mean? Hello? Oh, hello there. A maid greets me in the darkness. Hey there. Can we hit the lights in here? This is about as bright as it gets in here. The plants need their heat lamps. With the old wiring in here, turn on one light, another one goes off. Gotcha. Name's Detective Winter Spooky. Victor Spooky. Winter Spooky? Really? Mind if I ask you a few questions, miss? Friday Foster. Pleasure. What can I help you with? Her voice is sweet and energetic. She's a little more open and forward than most maids. Her helpful and well-practiced tone reminds me of Susie's back home. Nice to meet you, Friday. So, you're a maid here? I ask her, not immediately noticing my redundancy. She responds. Yes. Nah, I just wear the outfit for fun while I clean. Thankfully, the owners pay me for it. How long have you been a maid here, Miss Foster? Her eyes drift sideways for a moment and come back, recalling time that she forgot to mark. It must be about 2 or 3 years now, and Friday is fine. You must be at least mildly familiar with the house and its residents by now, right? Her eyes drift sideways for another moment. She then nods. Great, then I just have a few more questions for you. Bring up the owners. Would you mind telling me more about the owners? June and July? Certainly. What do you need to know? What are they like generally? As far as you're aware, at least? It's a telling gesture she makes, looking upward and reaching for a thought. I can only imagine that the owners don't cross her mind very often, at least not as individuals she knows, but rather as simply as absentee employers? I don't know. They're nice, I guess. Nothing wrong with them. They pay me on time. Obtrusiveness, perhaps the most suspect behavior of them all. The calm status quo in this house that everyone's fine with is the same status quo that's resulted in the disappearance of 2 people, maybe more. Tell me about their health. I spoke to, what's her name, Valerie Bourdois earlier. She offhandedly mentioned something about June Abernathy's health. Are you aware of any illness she may have contracted? She's careful about her words. She seems to rely on vocal affirmation before saying anything concrete. No, I've not heard anything of detectives. Sorry, I wouldn't know if June's sick at all, though I hope she's not. I nod slowly, as silently mull over the idea that perhaps June is sick, but secretive about it. Alright, good to know. Any personal opinions? Do you have any strong opinions regarding the Abernathys? Just, you know, personal thoughts? Not really. I don't see them all that much. Also, I don't do much work in the areas where July is. I know June better, though. What's your opinion on June, then? She's fine. I always get the feeling that she's ruder to other people than she is to me. Great, thank you. Actually, let's talk about something else. Bring up Valerie Bourdois. Would you mind telling me about Valerie Bourdois, I believe it was? Her brow drops a little bit. None enough to imply a disagreeableness towards Valerie, but enough to imply a shaky situation. Oh, yeah, sure, I'll tell you whatever I can. What's the ratio? So Valerie, is she a relative, or Friday averts her gaze for a moment as if she's as unsure as I am. No, she's not a relative, I don't think. I think she might just be a friend of June's. I need to take a drink. What's her relationship to July Abernathy? I've never seen them in the same room together. Are they the same person? I don't think... I'm not positive they have a relationship, in fact. I don't know for certain if he's aware she lives here. I mean, they try to have breakfast and dinner together in June and July, but July's a really busy guy. I'm not sure he would have noticed. This catches my attention. So she does live here, then? Oh yeah, definitely. She's always in the house. Often she's with June, sometimes she's not. She sleeps in one of the guest rooms. Confirmation, this makes things interesting. Valerie's easily here enough to be just as much a suspect as anyone else, ghosts included. Perfect, thanks for the info for Friday. She seems a little jumpy, huh? Valerie, she seems maybe a little... Friday's eyes perk up a little bit to catch the following end of my sentence. Yeah, she's kind of on edge. Neurotic, I guess. So this is... I hesitate to say the word. Normal for her, then? She's jumpier than normal. I've noticed it. So has everyone else, including June, I think. Great, good to know. Thank you. Any personal opinions? What are your personal thoughts towards Valerie? Oh, I don't have any. I wish she would act like she lives here more and ask for stuff directly. She has June tell me stuff on her behalf a lot. Yeah, I said that right. This gives me pause for thought. I wonder if she's a live-in guest. Why Valerie wouldn't step up to the plate and act like a resident here? Well, she doesn't like to talk about her living situation to me or anyone, I don't think. Maybe she came from somewhere bad before, or maybe she's afraid of overstaying her welcome? Who knows? Let's talk about, bring up the rest of the staff. Like you asked about one of the other members of the staff. There's myself, Mannheim, Salazar, and Constance. Who are you asking about specifically? Mannheim. I've spoken to Mannheim. He's an interesting guy. Do you know him? Oh yeah, I could tell you all about Mannheim. What do you want to know? Oh my god, this is so much dialogue. I'm prepared. What's Mannheim like, General? Pretty bog standard butler, all things considered, right? I ask, expecting she will confirm or correct me. I suppose. He's always been really kind to me. He probably comes off as cold to a lot of people, though. But, I mean, that's his job. I don't blame him. Cold is actually the last word I would use to describe my experience with Mannheim so far. He's rigid, but I can't help but feel as though he's far too close to the problem on our hands. It's worth noting how highly Friday thinks of him. Great, thanks. Seems like he's hiding something. Do you think he's hiding something? I think he might be hiding something. Would you describe Mannheim as a secretive kind of guy? Do you think he's up to something? This one takes her a second. She's really mulling it over. Not that I know of. I could kind of see why you would think this, or think so, but I couldn't imagine he's hiding anything. Good, thanks for your input. Personal opinions on Mannheim? Do you hold any strong opinions on Mannheim? Well, I guess I'd be really sad if he ever left. But I mean, everyone seems to like him, so that's nothing surprising. Is that so? Okay, thanks. A different member of staff, Salazar. I had a run with Salazar earlier. What can you tell me about him? Her expression darkens notably. Can we... Everything okay, Friday? She speaks up after a pronounced moment of silence. Can we not talk about Salazar? We've never really gotten along, but I have a thing about talking bad behind people's backs. It always returns in a bad way. If you're sure. Yeah, I don't think that he likes me much of it. I don't think that he likes me much, if it means anything. That's helpful, thank you. It is helpful. I'm not screwing with her. She may have said something useful in talking about their experience, but it's good to know. I'm not the only fellow that he treats that way. Anyone else I can talk about, perchance, Detective? Constance. I haven't met Constance yet. Another housekeeper? Her eyebrow is raised, but her expression doesn't seem to brighten at all. She's either been waiting for or dreading talking about whatever she's about to talk about. Yes. Let's talk about her briefly. Tell me more about Constance. Am I correct in assuming she's another housekeeper? Friday exhales with the slightest tinge of frustration. The Constance lady's already shaping up to be some kind of character. Yeah, she's another maid. We have rotating duties. I don't respond to that verbally. It's unhelpful, and I'd like to move on to the next question. Okay. You don't seem you don't sound like you're excited to talk about her, Friday. Should I be worried? Well, she's choosing her words especially carefully now. Constance is a little hard to work with sometimes. I would not be surprised to learn that she doesn't end up cooperating with you. Friday says this much quieter than she was before, as if she were speaking some grave insult that this Constant lady would be shocked to hear. If Friday's right, then Friday wouldn't be the first person Constance would hear criticism from. I'll keep that in mind, thanks. What do you think of Constance personally? She starts and stops like an old motor. Tough question. I don't think she would be surprised if she heard me say I am not overly fond of her. I hate to talk behind people's backs, but this is exactly a secret. Oh, isn't exactly a secret. Understood, appreciated. Actually... Okay, that's it. Wow, that was like 10 minutes of talking. That'll be all for now, Friday. Thank you so much. She perks up and gives me a wink before silently returning to her cleaning. Okay, I thought this was gonna be like a boss room or something. Boy, was I wrong. Come here, you peacock thing. I forgot there wasn't gonna be a doorway or something down here. Get out of the way, you spooky ghost! Can I just hold it? I can't just hold it. His little, Ooh. Like those maneuvers? Ow. heck is this place? Hello? Ooh, okay. Checkpoint. Why is the music gone? The music just, like, stopped. Should I do this? Okay, I can still punch things. Okay, so I need my jacket on for that. Oh, hey there, Mayhem. I could hardly see you in here. Detective? What the hell is this place? I grumble in no particular direction, trying to squint through the darkness. This room seems, by all appearances, to be the source of the trouble. You're kidding. There's nothing in here. No ghosts, no spectral matter, no erratic residue, not even a common geospiritual murmur. Nothing. What's that noise? Allow me to get to the lights. I can hear Mannheim's footsteps approaching the back wall. The powers that be seek a vessel for the... He's probably gonna read it. The powers that be seek a vessel for the darkest ambitions of mankind. Mannheim, what in the hell is this? Mannheim clears his throat like a wood chopper digesting a stone. We found it shortly after the police visited. It raised supernatural suspicions. I feel like this is a setup. I mean, I guess. I beg your pardon, sir? The one semitone raise in Mannheim's otherwise totally monotone voice tells me I caught him off guard. It's just that... Where do I even start? I guess I'm just going to have to trust that he can handle me being a little frank. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Someone's playing a prank on you. Mannheim asked me to explain. Give him your common sense analysis. I kind of want to give him the common sense analysis. So this is some kind of demonic resonance, I'm assuming. Is that what you're thinking? Mannheim shrugged, or rather, he looked at me and communicated a shrug through his silence. Ghosts don't require blood, demons do. Demon is the implication, so then why in God's name would a demon not clean up after itself? Mannheim interrupts for a moment. I've never personally known a demon to be a thorough cleaner, Mr. Spooky. Was that a joke? Wasn't expecting that. What would a demon get out of scaring someone? Or anyone? It's a million miles away from a demon's best interest to be scary. Or at least scary in this extremely specific way. And why is that? So questions Mannheim, talking as if he's beginning to suspect I'm spewing nonsense. You know what the quickest way to get a person to start praying is, Mannheim? He doesn't respond. Put a gun to their head. He responds with a short, ah. Well, Mannheim, there's no reason for this thing to, in your mind, why is all this here? I imagine you're the best person to go to for that kind of information, Detective Spooky. Okay, be that way then. Be that way then. First instincts, Mannheim, are that this is a summoning. Except there's no ritual here, it's just a bunch of stuff. A summon ritual is there to draw power or creatures toward a point in our dimension. But this is just like a star and a picture and a person. I mean, you summoned me, Mannheim. Remember what you had to do? Draw a weird, very weird symbol and put it a really specific point above my summoning place, and then put a candle lit specifically with lithium chloride behind it. Mannheim drops his head to think for a moment. He then nods his head. Well, this is a star, not even a pentagram with a silhouette above it. That would mean there's a small chance of summoning something every time someone drew a guy above a star. That would be a lot of bored kids accidentally summoning demons with their notebooks. Mannheim nodded his head, not responding vocally. I'm gonna keep exploring. Thanks, Mannheim. If Mannheim interrupts me a little more haste than usual, if you had to speculate as to... After seeing this, I can say with 100% certainty that it's not a ghost that's your problem. It's either a demon or a prankster. Are ghosts and demons not the same thing, Detective Spooky? I was laboring under the assumption that they were. The big difference is that a demon wants something from you, Mannheim. Whether it's your blood, your word, or your soul. They're selfish creatures. I have to sigh. The look at this place would be funny if it weren't so stupid and senseless. I'm already tired by this criminal. Already sick of him or her. Thank you so much, Detective Spooky. Victor's fine. Or just detective, either way. Mannheim nods and allows me to leave. Damn. The crazy room. Whoa. Just gotta chill. There's something in the next room. Something dangerous. What the f- giant ass peacock. Ow. 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 Okay, I can't touch his body. Yeah, his body hurts me, okay. I was trying to figure out why he was hurting me. Okay, one more hit and I'm dead. And then I died. Oh, God. Oh, what happens when you die? I died. Again. And my clothes didn't come with me. Better go get my clothes back before I speak to anyone else. People don't tend to cooperate well with disembodied voices. Wait, how do I get my clothes back? Are my clothes at the checkpoint? Where are my clothes? Where are my clothes? Oop. Oh, they just show up at the front of the... Okay. Oh, this is gonna be a tough fight. Oh, no. I got so close. That was gonna be some time. This is definitely gonna be some time. Probably safe to say to call it an episode after I beat this guy. Okay, now I have full health. And I know how to dodge, like, the beginning attacks. Come on. Fuck. What? No! I almost had that. Why did you have to do that to me? No. Oh my god. Well, now I know there's a chance that one of the fucking attacks is gonna come from the bottom. That's so lame. Alright. I should be able to handle this. Well, oh my god, really? He attacks right away. Woo! Come on. Ah. Stop making stupid mistakes like that. Woo-hoo-hoo. Okay, this is where things get intense. Woo! Do that more often. That would be great. Ah, I thought I was gonna go from the below again. Are you gonna do below? Oh my god, I did it. Man, I hate hearing it scream. Poor thing. It'll be at peace once... It'll be at peace soon. There's something to be said regarding the cojones of the bastard spreading this demonic crap. Doesn't make me like him any better. With the peacock's death, I can feel like some of its demonic energy pouring into me. It's not a totally unpleasant feeling, though. It doesn't make me feel completely wholesome, either. Demons have this thing where they love to kill each other for power. So the way it works is that the power finds its way to whoever murdered its last inhabitant. This is some Avion ability thing. I bet I can double jump now. That's definitely what this feels like. If I press the jump button while airborne, I should be able to jump once more. Interesting. I should keep looking around. This bird thing was a side effect, not related to my case, probably. Locked door. I swear I didn't see that behind the peacock before. Damn, the door thing again. I'm going to have to go find a way through that. Maybe the double jump will help? Look at me, I can double jump! Woo! Okay, so this is where I'm going to call the first episode. Guys and gals, if you want to see me do more of this, I mean, this series is going to go on for a while because it's got chapters, but, you know, it's going to take a while for the chapters to come out. So let me know if you all want to see more of this. If not, then it's whatever. But, yeah, until next time, guys and gals, I will see you all later. Goodbye.